Very good morning to dear students. My name is Rajneesh Tyagi and I welcome to you all for the online classes once again. You have a great day. So as you all know that nowadays we are talking about and the chapter the enemy and we have come to know many things about the story that yesterday and day before yesterday I told you that Hannah and her husband Mr. Sadao they have found a guy at the coast of the sea and they were quite confusing that what should we do right now because it was the biggest question for them that being a doctor he should save his life or being a patrol of the Japan country he should surrender this person to the police officers or the army people. So what should we do? But this is the question for the Sadao and for you also. Now here we go for the next paragraph. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hannah whispered again in a solemn voice. Hannah again and again was whispering in a voice and saying that she was actually feeling very bad. The body of that person was not so good, was not so in a good condition. The clothes were totally torn, the body of that person was totally torn and was not looking so good. So she was whispering in her voice that what should be whispering means फुसफुसाना अपने आप में. So that lady, the Hana was saying, what should we do right now? The body of this person is bleeding so much. The mist screened them now completely, and at this time of day, no one came by. And she knew that very well. No one will come to this time. No will come this time to this place. So what should we do? Because there's no one except those two people who could have helped him. The fishermen had gone home, and even the chance beachcombers would have considered the day at an end. And the fishermen, the other people, they have already gone to their houses. There would be no person. So this is the responsibility of those two people now to Mr. Sadao and his wife, because no one will come again at this place now except those two people. There would be no one who could have seen that person. So this is going to be a biggest question for these two people, because they have seen that guy and he was also a doctor. So it was the biggest question for him that what should we do. So they were totally confused. What shall we do with this man, Sadao Motor? Sadao was also very confusing, because I told you he was a great surgeon, he was a great doctor, and being a good doctor, he was trying to give him a perfect solution. He was trying to treat him. He wanted to diagnose that person. But the thing is that when they came to know that the person is out of the Japan and he's a white man, so it was the biggest question for them now, that what should we do. But his trained hand seems of their own will to be doing what they could to snatch the fearful bleeding he packed. So Sadao motored himself, and his trained hands seems to of their own will to be doing what they could to snatch the fearful bleeding. He wanted to diagnose that person, but again and again that was the question in his mind, and he was totally confused that what should we do. It was the biggest question for him, I tell you, and that is why he was confusing that he should get this person to his house or he should leave him alone at that coast. That was the biggest question for him, and was not able to have a proper answer. That's why they were confusing and were going to decide that what should we do right now at this time. He packed the wound with the sea moss that strewed the beach. So now what he did there, he put on some moss in the wounds of that person, that prisoner. The man mourned with the pain in his stupor, but he did not awaken. He was saying in the pain, because he was injured very badly, that prisoner. So he was trying to say, but not properly in the consciousness. The best thing that we could do would be to put him back into the sea outside, answering himself. And what was Sadao thinking himself? He was thinking that we should throw him back into the sea, and the things will be happening, whatever the things are going to be. We will be not responsible for anything. He was thinking like that. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand from his hands. Now Sadao stood up from there and laid down the sands from his hands, and uh, thinking something different. Yes, doubtedly that would be the best, Hannah said steadily. Yes, and Hannah was also supporting to her husband. She said, yes, 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 Sadao, you are absolutely right. We should throw him back to the sea, and we will not be responsible for anything, because he's a white man, and if we will catch him, we will bring him with us to the home. So definitely there will be something bad with us. So we cannot take the responsibility right now. And she was also supporting to her husband. But she continued to stare down at the motionless man, because I told you, dear students, he was a very great surgeon, very great doctor. So being a doctor, he was feeling something. When he looked down to that prisoner, that person, he was feeling something, because he was motionless. And being a doctor, if a patient is in front of you, so definitely you will try to help him. If we sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested, and if we turned him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die, Sadao said. That was the biggest question for them, because if they will bring that person to with them, with his house, with their house, so definitely it will be the charge against those people, that they have given a chance to stay with us in their house to a prisoner. This would be not so good with the Japanese government, with the Japan, with a good patriot. So he would certainly die. But if they will leave him alone at that cost, so he will be definitely die, because he was a patriot of that country, and he was a doctor too. So that was the biggest question for him, and that's why he was very confusing. What should we do? Being a doctor, I should save his life, or being a patriot of this country, I should surrender these persons to the army of the Japan country. If I will surrender him to the Japanese government, then definitely he will be die. Being a doctor, it will not be so good with me. The kindest thing would be to pour him back into the sea, Hannah said, but neither of them moved. They were staring with a curious repulsion upon the inner finger. What is he? Hannah whispered. Hannah was whispering again and again, and she was saying, "Oh, what is he? Who's he? And why should we take the responsibility of this person? There is something about him that looks American," Sadao said. Sadao said to his wife that he's looking like an American person, and some things you can see easily there, which is the identity of an American person. So he must be an American prisoner, an American soldier. So that's why we are not comfort to do anything with that person. He took up the better cap, yes, and they were almost gone. Was the faint littering a sailor. He said from an American warship. He spelled it out US Navy. The man was prisoner of war. Then, when they put on the cap of that person, then they came to know, yes, he's an American person, and in the US Navy, because it was printed on the cap, the US Navy, and they came to know that the person who have been found right now at the coast of this sea is an American soldier. So it will be so complicated for us, because being a patriot of this country, we cannot save him properly, and also being a doctor, we cannot leave him alone at this coast. So it was the biggest confusing. It was the biggest question for those two people, especially for Dr. Sadao, because he was the greatest doctor and good human being. So they were fighting. They were quarreling with their mind, with their emotions, and with their duties, with each and everything. It was the complicated situation for Dr. Sadao in the life right now. He has escaped, Hannah cried softly, and that is why he's wounded. Hannah thought that person who have been found at this coast, he has escaped from his country, and that's why he's badly wounded right now. In the back, Sadao agreed, and Sadao was also agreed with this compliment. They hesitated, looking at each other. Then Hannah said with the resolution, They were quietly confused and looking to each other that what should be the decision now. We should leave him alone right now here, or we should bring him to our house. That was the biggest question. Come, are we able to put him back into the sea? If I am able, are you? Sadao asked. Uh, Hannah said, are we comfortable to throw him back to the sea? Sadao said, yes, I'm able to throw him back to the sea, but I am. Are you also able to to help me to throw him back to the sea? So Sada was asking to his wife. No, Hannah said, but if you can, do it alone. So Hannah said, no, 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 no. I cannot help you. I am not able to help you right now to throw him back to the sea. But if you can, please do it alone. You can do it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna help you right now. So thou hesitated again. He was hesitating. He was confused. The strange thing is, he said that if the man were whole, I could turn him over to the police without difficulty. I care nothing for him. He said if he could have not been so wounded right now, not tortured, so I could have surrendered to this person, to the police officers. But the thing is that he's badly wounded right now. He's my enemy. All Americans are my enemy, and he is only a common fellow. You see how foolish his face is. But since he's wounded, he's an American person, and all the Americans are my enemy because the war is going on with the American country, and definitely he's my enemy. See, just look at his silly face here. Just look at his face. He's also badly wounded. That's why Sadao was not able to take the decision that what should do right now. You also cannot throw him back to the sea, Hannah said. Hannah said, I feel you are also unable to throw him back to the sea, this guy, this person. And then there is only one thing to do. We must carry him into the house. Because Hannah knew that very well, that her husband is a very kind person, very good, pity person, and he is the a good one. He has some humanity. Being a doctor, he's also a very good doctor, and being a human also, he's a very good human being. So she knew that very well, that Sadao could not throw him back to the sea. So she said to her husband that we should bring him to our house. We must carry him into the house. But the servants, Sadao inquired. But Sadao said, if we will bring this person, if we will carry this person with us to the house, so Sadao said that servants will definitely going for the inquiry. They will definitely ask to us that who's this new guy? He's an American. He is a white man. So why do you carry why do you carry these persons to this house? Sadao was confusing. Sadao was wanted to know the answer of this question. That servants will definitely inquire about this person. After all, he was the enemy of those people. Well, dear students, that was the class of the day. I hope you people are enjoying these online classes. And this is the question of the day to all of you. That the question is, what was the decision of Dr. Sadao and his wife Hana? You will write down the answer of this question at your notebook, and please subscribe this channel and share it with your all friends, even they are from the other schools, and like it, and have stay healthy at your home, and just be regular in the online classes, and I hope you all are good and doing very good. Be always creative, be always dedicated to your study. Thanks for watching this video. You have a great day, all of you. I wish a blissful day to all of you. You have a great day. Take care. We will meet tomorrow.